What's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to look at the 14-game slate on DraftKings today. Before we get started, I need everybody to drop a like on this video and make sure you're subscribed as well. But let's start it off. I'm going to give you guys an interesting way to build your lineups for today. It's a 14-game slate. Very small percentage of players are going to roster two guys above 10,000. Just because that most slates that really inhibits you in terms of your bats, positional bats, how much you're going to spend up. And usually all the teams that you want to target are all priced up. All the bats you want to target are priced up. But my favorite stack today is the Detroit stack, and all their hitters are really cheap. So I said, why not? Why not spend up at pitching and then stack 5 of those guys? Because that still leaves you with a decent amount to spend on your other remaining 3 bats. And the Tigers are facing Josh Tomlin, whose ERA is over 8 this season. He's been even worse on the road. ERA is over 9. Hitters are hitting well over 300 against him, and the best part is he's given up 13 home runs in just 25 innings pitched this season, which is an insane number. Although the Tigers, they're missing some of their best power hitters due to injuries, that's opened the door for a lot of these younger guys to draw the start, and they're also all dirt cheap on DraftKings. So let's start with them. That's my favorite offense to stack, and also allows me to stack up on the best 2 pitching options. So first pitching option, let's go Gerrit Cole at 13.9. Best pitcher in baseball this season by far. He's hit 60 DraftKings points one time this season already, which is insane. I don't think I've ever seen a pitcher get 60 DraftKings points. Strikeout numbers through the roof, or 84 strikeouts in just under 60 innings pitched. Also, he's been unbelievable on the road. ERA of just .62. So all the things line up for Gerrit Cole to have another tremendous outing today in Los Angeles. So second pitcher, let's go Noah Syndergaard facing the Blue Jays. Blue Jays offense is not very good. They strike out a lot. They're also implied for the lowest amount of runs on the slate today. Syndergaard, he's given up a lot of hits against this season, which is kind of surprising, but still has the elite strikeout stuff, still has a ton of upside. So against the Blue Jays, an offense that strikes out a lot and doesn't generate a lot of hits, and they're also playing in a tremendous pitcher-friendly ballpark in Citi Field. I think Syndergaard is due to have a monster game, especially in front of the home crowd in New York. So I like him as my second option at pitching. So going with those 2 pitchers leaves you with not a lot of salary for your bats. But like I said, all the Detroit players are cheap, and that's the team I want to target today. So I'll start out with catcher, first baseman John Hicks at just 3,400. He's really started to get it going lately. His last 10 games, he's batting .325 with a .550 slugging percentage. He's also been unbelievable at home this season with a .344 batting average and a .594 slugging percentage. And he is one of the best healthy power hitters left on the Tigers team. And they're facing the most home run prone pitcher in all of baseball, in Josh Tomlin. So at 3,400, I like the upside that he has. You can play him at first base, you can play him at catcher, whatever fits for you guys. Second baseman, also you can play him at shortstop, is Pete Kozma at just 2,600. He batted second for this team last night. So if he bats second again, that's unbelievable value for you're getting a two-hole hitter at just $2,600, and a guy that's gotten off to a pretty hot start this season. .333 batting average, 1 home run. He hasn't got a lot of playing time, just 15 at bats, but that's because the Tigers have just been bitten by the injury bug this season. They just placed their third baseman on the DL, so lots of opportunities for Pete Kozma to get some at-bats here and to make a name for himself. And like I said, he's probably going to be batting in the 2-hole against Josh Tomlin, who has just been horrible this season. So I like Kozma at just 2,600. Third baseman, if this game is going to be played, I like Scott Kingery at 3,500. Also do like a Phillies stack a little bit against Cashner. They're playing in Baltimore. Camden Yards, where the ball flies. But the weather is kind of suspect. It's supposed to be raining, so if it's not, if there's no risk, I will be playing Kingery. But if we listen to my man Kevin Roth, and he's saying that it might be postponed, then obviously don't play Kingery. But at 3,500, I like him a lot here. You can play him in third baseman or shortstop. He's gotten off to a kind of slow start. He was really hot coming in, but the last couple of weeks he's kind of cooled off. But I think he's bound to get it going again. He's just too good of a player. The Phillies' best minor league prospect. They just inked him to a deal just a couple months ago, and he has power and he also has speed. So I like the combination here against Cashner. The Phillies should be able to get on base. And if he does, he always has that stolen base upside. So I like him a lot at 3,500. And then let's go with another Detroit player I like, and that's Niko Goodrum at 3,100. Like I said, another great power hitter for this Tigers team. Home runs in two straight games, 3 home runs in his last 2 games. And his other game before that, he got 2 doubles. So he's really cooking right now. Still really, really cheap at just 3,100. And against Josh Tomlin, the Tigers should be able to put up a good amount of runs on the slate playing at home here today. And like I said, all their hitters are cheap. Like you can play Goodrum, you can also play Jose Iglesias. I like him a bit, depending on where he's hitting in the batting order. So a lot of their hitters are cheap, and a lot of their hitters have good upside with power. So Tigers are my favorite offense to stack today. Might be yours. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and good luck today.